My Kickstarter project is to photograph suitcases that were discovered at the Willard Psychiatric Center in Willard, New York. These suitcases were the property of people who had been admitted to Willard any time between the early part of the 20th century all the way up through the 1960s. And because Willard was a psych center that was primarily for people with chronic mental illnesses, many of them never ended up leaving Willard, and their suitcases were just stored away. When the state closed those buildings down, many amazing things were left behind, and I've been given access to these documents of people's lives. When I first got the chance to photograph these suitcases, they came wrapped up as the museum had conserved them. I originally was thinking about just photographing the contents, but I realized that one of the things that was so lovely to me was the way in which the cases were wrapped. So I thought a long time about how I wanted to go about doing this project, and I realized after the first time that it was as important for me to photograph the cases before I looked into them as it was to photograph the contents of the cases. It's amazing to me to be able to open these cases up. You can see letters that were written and never mailed. You can see personal care items, clothing. There are artifacts from the lives that these people lived. There are all sorts of things that people decided to bring with them, and I think that's another element of it that's very interesting to me. Some choice was made as to what to take. It's almost as if it were a time capsule that was put away and forgotten about. I feel a strong emotional connection for the people whose cases these are. I spend a lot of time trying to be careful about how I handle the items inside. I try to be extremely sensitive to the fact that these aren't just things. They are parts of people's lives, and there is a reverence that I feel toward these objects that I hope to be able to show in the photographs that I take. Things are really changing in the world of funding for the arts, so I'm asking for support. Kickstarter offers a great opportunity to continue being able to document these suitcases. It's really important to me as a photographer to be able to show people things that they might not otherwise be able to see.